All right. Welcome back. It's been a long time no see for a lot of you guys. But Dugout Talk is kind of now that we've both secured some jobs. Stuff's getting underway. Life gets in the way all the time, but we are back. We're looking forward to making you guys some good content moving forward. I don't know if we want to just kind of do like a recap of baseball in general, kind of give our thoughts, and then we can kind of move into what our plan is moving forward with the channel.
Yeah, let's do it. There's been a lot.
It's been a lot. It's been a pretty crazy baseball season to date. I'm just now done with the trade deadline. That was wild. Probably one of the biggest trade deadlines ever,
Best
if not
trade,
the biggest
best
ever.
trade deadline I've ever seen, and I've been
Yeah.
following baseball
Well,
for 10 years.
I guess it depends on who you ask. I'm sure there's some.
Yeah,
I know a Cubs fan. I know a Nationals fan. Last week was not that good for them,
yeah, yeah.
but
For some
you
teams,
know, being a Yankee fan, Joey Gallo, Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo's made a huge impact immediately right out of the gate. So to be able to have those two guys on the team is very special. I know the team is, at least as far as last night goes, still really struggled against some very bad Orioles pitching, but they always
yeah. That
seem to do
Orioles
that
team is
this
kind
year.
of up and coming though. They're 7-3 in their last 10, so
Mm-hmm.
they're showing some flashes. But
That they are.
yeah,
Yeah. So how's baseball been for you this year?
I'm ready for the season to be over. But you know something, I'm as long as the Dodgers aren't in first place for me, totally cool. I don't really care anymore at this point. But we had a rather quiet deadline. We did lose
Mm-hmm.
Eduardo Escobar,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but so far they kept the team intact for the most part. I think this is kind of the standing point of this team is going to go through a rebuild. The next few
Mm-hmm.
years aren't going to be the greatest, but hopefully it pays off. That's just kind of the way to look at it.
Yeah, would you have been happier if they had sold some of the other guys, Peralta or Marte or maybe some of the pitchers? Would you have preferred they did that?
Well, the problem is when everybody is underperforming the way they are,
Mm-hmm.
you can't really expect to get a whole lot in return.
Yeah.
Um, I'm okay with what we did. I know there was a lot of talk that they were going to make more moves, but at the end of the day, you can't really expect a whole lot when you're a team that's 41 games under 500 and nobody is playing to the best of their ability, except for the one guy who's been on the disabled list twice this year
Yeah.
already and has practically missed half the team's games. So um, it is what it is. Just ready for the season to be done, and you know, anyone but LA.
And not only that, but it's this year's been a huge buyer's market. We saw guys, if you go back even just to 2016, the most recent kind of sell-off date for the Yankees. I mean, you could argue that Craig Kimbrell's had a better year this year than Aroldis Chapman was having in 2016, and Nick Madrigal is going to be a pretty good prospect
Oh
for the
yeah,
Cubs, but that was pretty much it. The Yankees got Torres, they got Billy McKinney. They even got Adam Warren back, who ended up playing a pretty big role for them in a couple
yeah.
more years. So I feel like it's been a big buyer's market. So you're almost better off hanging on to those or to those veterans until the winter,
Hmm.
and then maybe a seller's market starts to open back up then.
And the team definitely said that it was probably going to be in the off season when they officially start tearing things down and the changes are going to be made. One thing that has kind of been happening though is Mike Hazen has not been with the team since the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of June. Which, by the way, we hope for the best for his family and his
Absolutely.
wife. That's definitely not an easy time for him. So I think that definitely played a part with him not really being around. The team hasn't really been trying to do too much. They're trying to keep everything intact as much as possible, which I guess in a season like this, it's already a lost year for them.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really a whole lot that'll really change things that will make them all of a sudden go on a 40-game win streak and
Yeah.
turn things around. So again, I think, but you're right. I think in the off season, we're going to see a lot more things take place. If I thought the trade deadline was busy, I think
Mm-hmm.
once the World Series is over and business gets back up and running, the winter meetings could be a very exciting time as well.
For sure. Yeah, it's a big three-headed monster out there in the West.
Yeah.
I like seeing the Dodgers as competitive as they are. I know, we both kind of figured that they would be dark horses, entering the season. If you go back to our March kind of outlook for the season, we both had them as potential dark horse team, and they not only have been that dark horse, but they're basically the best team in baseball if you look at the record and just how they're scrapping along. Chris Bryant looks amazing in a Giants uniform. And with Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez all homering in their first game with their new
Yeah.
team, insult to injury for Cubs fans.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The Giants have been insane. They've
Yeah.
actually been really fun to watch. I've been finding myself tuning into their games
Oh yeah.
whenever I get free time. It's you just hope that they can hold on to this because they have something special going, and I don't think anyone saw it coming. I mean, we said that they were the dark horse team to watch for, but none of us even expected them to be where they are. I don't think either of us had them over 500
I don't think so.
going into the year, so they're already getting towards that win total that we had them
Mm-hmm.
at. Um, but it's crazy. The West is really crazy right now. I mean, the Padres of those three are kind of the weaker
Yeah.
team, which is even crazier to think about because they were my dark horse pick to win the division, and now they're fighting for just getting a second wild card spot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at the PowerPoint right now. Our ceiling, I had them as an 82 win team. As their ceiling, you had them in an 83 win team. Looks like they're going to blow that out of the
Yeah,
water. I
they
mean,
they
this
should
they
easily
may
blow that.
yeah, they may win 100 games. It's insane.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's been a very, I'll say, weird year in baseball. Not overly great, not overly bad. It's definitely just you can definitely tell this is the first full year back from the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
Because there's just a lot of news stories. There's a lot of just a lot of stuff in general going on in baseball.
And it's been great seeing the fans back. I mean, I was just even thinking last month the All-Star festivities were here in Denver, and I got to
Mm-hmm.
go. I got to
Yeah,
go 2 of the days, and just seeing how vibrant the whole downtown Denver was, especially around the ballpark, and seeing everybody kind of getting back to a somewhat of a normal. Um, Obviously not everything is fully back yet, and unfortunately, there have been some setbacks. It looks like
mm-hmm.
just with COVID kind of taking a toll again. But
Yep.
for the most part, it seems like things are starting to get back to normal, which has been great to see, and it's been great for the game of baseball. Just hearing fans in the stands again. But even this week, the Astros and Dodgers they kick off tonight,
Yeah,
which that's going to be at Dodger Stadium. Going to be really exciting to see how that goes. See just kind of how the fans embrace that matchup. It's
exactly.
been a long-awaited matchup that those fans have been waiting for.
And not only that, Max Scherzer he should debut this series. I don't know if it's tonight per se, but I know his first start as a Dodger was going to be coming against the Astros. So
Yeah,
that's a game of the year easily. Definitely a candidate for that.
exactly, exactly.
Um, so now that we've kind of gotten a little bit of a very general recap of the season underway, kind of take a second to talk about what our plan is for the channel. We had I don't know, just off the top of my head, probably a 6 month absence, just between general life and jobs and school and all sorts of stuff. Figured we'd take a step back, kind of reevaluate how we wanted to have the channel go. And we've got a pretty good idea of what we want the channel to be moving forward.
Yeah, we're just trying. I guess the best way to say it is we're taking a different approach. We talked about when we first kind of got this going, we wanted to be different from everybody else. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the best way for that is we're not necessarily going to cover everyday daily news, things like that. Um, the thing that we both talked about doing more so was to set ourselves apart from the rest of the group. We wanted to talk more about history. We wanted
Mm-hmm.
to talk more about maybe do like a weekly recap. But like with history, we wanted to do some gaming in there
Yep.
because we tried to do that before. We took a little bit of a hiatus, but now we're actually embracing that a little more where we want to get that involved. We want to let you guys get involved in that sense. and we're both really big history nerds, and
Hmm.
baseball is something that is the reason it's America's pastime is because it's followed history, especially history of America to some degree. And we want to share that history with you guys. I think there's a lot of stuff. The more you research, this is stuff that you're not going to learn in just a regular history class.
Yeah.
Um, Unless if you take a specific history class related to baseball, you're not going to learn this stuff. I think because this is our passion, this is stuff that we want to share. We want to bring to you guys so then you can even learn more about just the game that you guys love and the game that you guys enjoy watching. And so we're excited for that. I
Yeah.
think we're still trying to get some ideas about what exactly we're going to do, but you can expect to see more of that from us. This is going to be a pretty loose schedule for the most part too. We still have jobs and we still have
Hmm.
life things that we have to take care of on our end, but we have a clearer picture of what we're going to do now. And the goal is to get content out there, but also not overwork ourselves and get it to a point where we get burned out. But we are back. That's
Yep.
essentially the point of this video is we are back and we are locked and loaded and ready to go.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We're gonna take the next couple days, get some ideas down. Get some, maybe get some info and some feedback from you guys. Obviously, there's probably not a whole lot of people who hung around and was waiting day by day to see the next video that we would drop. But I'm looking forward to making some new fans. Looking forward to bringing some fans back, and looking forward to having some fun.
Yeah, this is going to be a great time. And again, we're looking forward to seeing you guys again and just kind of being part of routine or weekly routine, whatever you want to call it. I know people were reaching out to me saying how much they were missing it. And, we were even getting some really big hits during our hiatus. We
We
had,
were.
we had some blow ups on some of our videos. And so
Yeah.
it's definitely, our stuff is still out there. If you want to watch stuff or rewatch stuff again, please feel free to do so, and share this channel with your friends and family who might be interested. We can use all the support we can get. We're
Absolutely.
going to get a Patreon set up here also to take some donations, so then we can also improve our content,
Hmm.
maybe even work something out so then we can do this more consistently. Again, we don't know exactly how many days out of the week we're going to get stuff to you guys, but we're going to work hard to make sure that what we get out there is the best that we can get.
Absolutely.
So bear with us, be patient with us as we kind of navigate through this right now. Um, but yeah, we're excited to be back. We're excited to see you guys again, and just to uh, give our perspective on the game that we love, and to hear from you guys as well. I think you guys are just as important and more important to this during to this channel.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that said, we just wanted to make sure that we got this out there. We'll be, talking to you guys on our other social media platforms, letting you know that we are back. We're cooking up some stuff. We're in the lab, and we'll be sometime. Today's what, Tuesday? Sometime this week, next week, we should have a video out for you guys, and at that point in time, we'll have a much better idea of exactly what we're going for. Exactly the type of process we're going to have artistically, and the type of schedule we're going to try to maintain to make sure we have constant content up for you guys.
Absolutely. Um, until then, stay savvy, have a fun, continue to have fun with the baseball season. If your team is killing it, great. If your team is not doing so well like mine, I'm right there with you. If you need some support, if you need to talk about some of the struggles, I'm
Yeah.
right there for you. I know exactly how it feels. Cam does too. The Yankees have had some
Yeah, it's been
they've had a
lackluster for
roller
sure.
coaster for sure. So we're there with you guys. But until then, thanks. Just wanted to get this announcement out there, but we'll
Yep.
see you guys later this week.
See you guys.